Welcome to News from Down Home, where I'm bringing you some news from Princess Anne, Maryland, my hometown. Today, in February of 1915, I do want to comment on some things from the Marylander and Herald, well, one thing in particular, and then talk about a prominent landmark in the town you should visit, or at least see when you're there. So, in the Marylander and Herald, February 1915, we have a tragedy to report. Um, Marion Marion Estelle, the little daughter of Mr. and Mrs. Ephraim Wessels, who reside on the Powell farm in Somerset County, about 1.5 miles from Pocomoke City, died on Wednesday afternoon last of tetanus after an illness of several days, during which illness was a great sufferer. More than a week before her death, she was playing about the yard and fell on a chickweed, which penetrated her cheek, making an ugly wound. This was not thought to be serious at first, but on Saturday, the second instant, she began to show signs of tetanus, and the family and her physicians became alarmed. All that medical skill could do was done to stay the disease, but in spite of this, she grew gradually worse and died on Wednesday, as above stated. The remains of the little one were taken to Accomack County and interred in the family burying ground near Parksley. So now this is a sad thing. Do you remember getting a tetanus shot? Do you remember that when you were younger or even as an adult? Well, this is why you need to check on your booster or your vaccinations, because tetanus was not an uncommon disease, and it did often result in death. So let's think about little Marion Estelle Wessels and her family and the suffering they went through and the sorrow they experienced their whole lives. I know they're all dead now, and probably she's forgotten, but we remember. So let's go to Princess Anne, and we're going to go to the Mutual Fire Insurance Company, and that is on 11739 Somerset Avenue. So these were the offices of the Mutual Fire Insurance Company of Somerset and Worcester counties, housed in an 1884 building that incorporates the rounded Romanesque motifs which the steeply pitched lines of Gothic revival. The Bank of Somerset began operations here before moving across the street to its own building. The door on the right of the building led to the first floor offices of the bank. The door on the left led upstairs to a staircase to the insurance office. I got that information from a walking tour of Princess Anne, Maryland in the Look Up America series. So next we'll talk about the Bank of Somerset. I hope that you enjoy this. I certainly do, reminiscing about a time before I was even born, many, many years in the town that I spent my life as a small child, or near the town. I lived in Westover, the environs of Westover. All right, if you're ever in Somerset County, ever in Princess Anne, you should visit.